Homefront finances navigating the 2024 housing market. Will interest rates help us or hurt us? Welcome to another episode to Live and Buy in Connecticut. I'm your host, Mike Treviso, with my guest and good friend,
Omar Montalvo. What's up, guys?
What's up, man? Nice to have you on the show today. And today we're going to be diving into the much anticipated topic of 2024, home interest rates and predictions. Whether you're a first-time home buyer or a seasoned homeowner, this episode is packed with valuable insights to help you make informed decisions.
Let's go. Get down open up that notebook, start jotting down some notes.
I want to reel it back a little bit. We're a little scattered brain today. My good friend actually got into a car accident on the way in.
So we're actually a little bit late right now, but
A contractor apparently swiped his car, a little too much Irish whiskey in his drink this morning.
I think he must have. I was parked too. Like my car wasn't moving. I don't know. Typically with parked cars, you see them. He must have not.
That's wild.
That's all right.
Let's kick things off by taking a look at the current state of the housing market in 2024. We've seen a dynamic landscape shaped by economic factors, global events, and government policies. Housing demand remains high, but what about interest rates?
Yeah, exactly. So super excited to dive into this and these topics. Sure. Background info, realtor from Connecticut, grew up in West Hartford. Mike's Treviso, realtor from Connecticut, grew up in which town? Newington?
Newington, yep.
There you go.
Born and raised. This segment is predictions for 2024 interest rates. Now, the million-dollar question, what can home buyers expect in terms of interest rates predictions for the rest of 2024?
Of course, we can't really say, predict exactly what's going to happen, but based off of
we don't have a crystal ball.
We don't have a crystal ball, and I wish we did. But based off of the things that we're seeing, according to Fannie Mae, interest rates are expected to drop. And let's give a little background info. In 2023, interest rates were very high. I mean, I bought a property at at the time it was 8% interest rate.
Wow.
I didn't do the 8% interest rate. I shopped around and got a little bit lower, but they were right around the 8% interest rates. And as a buyer, that's very scary. That's a lot of money and interest that you're going. So
for sure.
There was also another stat where only 49% of realtors sold less than one house. So that just shows you that there wasn't a lot of buyers out there, but the ones that were out there were very interested. Now, coming into 2024, interest rates are expected to drop, so that means buyer demand is going up, and we're not really seeing a lot of inventory in Connecticut. Right. I mean, perfect example, Wes Cromwell just posted a video the other day, only 7 single families for sale in the town of Wallingford. In the town of West Hartford, there's only 30 properties for sale for a town of 60, I want to say it's around 64,000 people.
Right.
30 houses for 64,000 people.
It's crazy.
So it's going to start a bidding war, right?
Sure. So for sure. The demand is definitely high still.
Yeah. So according to Fannie Mae, expect mortgage rates to decline in 2024, ending the year below 6%. Remember, I just said 8% last year, and this is now saying expected by the end of the year to be below 6%. The lower rate environment is expected to boost finance volumes, which are already on the upswing, as evidenced by the recent uptick in Fannie Mae's refinance application level index to nearly double their 2023 levels in 2024. Lower rates are also likely to help thaw the existing home sales market currently affected by the so-called locked-in effect. Yeah. So if you want to touch quick base on
we're definitely seeing a stagnant list per town active on the market, but the demand is so high. I think that's going to change. But we're locked in. Interest rates are high. No one wants to move. No one wants to sell. So it's creating this low inventory, high demand market that we're in going into 2024. And I think that's going to shape a little differently, outplayed. I think people are going to get tired of sitting on the sideline. That first-time home buyer is not going to wait forever, right? The family got bigger. We need a bigger house. You can't wait forever. At some point, you got to get into the game. You got to just kind of say it is what it is, take it on the chin, and just dive in and move your life forward.
Yeah, and that's going to tie into the next segment that we're talking about, time in the market. But before we get to that, for those tuning in that don't know any more background information than what we're talking about, interest rates dropped down to almost 2.5% during COVID.
Yeah.
And to purchase a house with that low of interest rate and then seeing interest rates at 8%, why are you going to move, right?
It's very scary, right?
Yeah, so that's like part of the locked in effect.
Right.
But hey, we all live our lives. Things happen. My car got hit. You just never know what's going to happen in
Right.
your life. So growing the family, maybe your job relocating, right? One of the things, Lego headquarters moved from Connecticut to Massachusetts. So people are going to be relocating. So that locked in effect is going to thaw out.
Right, exactly. We have some predictions from Redfin. Redfin predicts the average 30-year mortgage rate will linger at 7%, kind of what Fannie Mae is saying. In the first quarter, then decline through the year, mortgage rates will fall to about 6.5% by the end of 2024. The gradual decline in rates combined with a small dip in prices will bring home buyers some much needed relief. Just like Fannie Mae predicted, it's kind of like the same story. By the end of 2024, will be 6.5%. You're going to have to just, again, take it on the chin, get into the game. Like we're saying, life isn't on pause. So at some point, I think we're going to see influx of people wanting to move and buy in 2024. So I think it's going to pick up a little bit. I'm already seeing it. Are you experiencing the same thing?
Yeah, definitely. As we know, as interest rates go down, more home buyers are going to be coming out into the scene. And
I'm already seeing multiple offers now. Before springtime, everyone's jumping back in. Multiple offers on multiple properties. A little bit of a bidding work starting up, I think.
I'll tell you, actually, perfect example. I have 2 buyers right now, and both buyers, they don't know each other or anything, but they came up to me and they said, we're looking to buy within the next 30 to 60 days because our friends just bought a house, and they said they were going through the competitive market, bidding against, over asking, just trying to limit as many contingencies as they do on the contract. So now I think the real estate news is finally reaching the public that we've been trying to tell people, but now people are talking within it amongst their own circle. And, perfect example, 2 buyers are saying, hey, let's get out there before the spring market hits, and it's just going to become way worse.
Yeah, I don't think people understand that, being as realtors, we see a lot of day-to-day activity in the market, and it could shift within a week. And I've seen a shift within 2 weeks. And my advice is don't wait. I think it's only going to get worse, to be honest with you. So 2024 is going to be definitely interesting. High interest rates for some people, but again, I think we're going to see that activity
and
still.
Each market's going to give you a challenge, right? And today's challenge right now was high interest rates. Now they're coming down, and not enough inventory. But now, as interest rates go down, higher demand. So what this is going to come down to, and I always say it, is if you can afford a house right now, buy the house right now. If you can afford right now, buy right now. The longer you wait, it's like peeling a Band-Aid off nice and slowly. It's like, no, if you need a house right now and you can afford it right now, peel the Band-Aid, go buy it, because it's only going to get worse.
Right. I honestly, I hate the term, buy the house, date the rate. I can't stand that term. I think that's such a talking to a wall or just not listening to your client's needs. But unfortunately, there's a lot of truth behind that saying.
If you can talk to your lender, if you can afford now, buy now.
Yeah, I agree. Timing the real estate market, whether you are a buyer or seller, is a challenging task and often comes with risks. Here are several reasons why attempting to time the market might not be the best strategy.
All right, so market unpredictability. Real estate markets are influenced by a variety of factors, including economic conditions, interest rates, and local developments. So just break that down quick. We already talked about the interest rates. That's going to be a factor. Economic conditions and local developments. Here in West Hartford, we have a ton of new development going up, right? More inventory. Yes, some of them are rental properties, but there are going to be some sold as condos. So, hey, it's not a big solution to inventory, but hey, +1, +2, +3
adds
new
up.
houses. Yeah, we need it. We need it.
We need it. We
need it. And there's also talks about developments going on towards the center of West Hartford. I grew up in West Hartford, so a lot of my lot of the things I read about are in my own town.
As it should be. I mean, that's where we're based, right?
Yeah. So, hey, anything that can help our market out with inventory, level out the playing field, that would be good. So now let's go to individual circumstances. Personal circumstances such as job changes, family needs, financial consideration often dictate the decision to buy or sell a property. Waiting for the perfect market timing may not align with these individual factors.
Yeah.
And hey,
That's exactly what we talked about.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
Hey, you need to buy or you need to sell.
Maybe downsizing. Maybe you're retiring, right?
Snowbirds.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want the big driveway to shovel the snow. You don't want, the headache of cutting your grass or maybe the roof needs a repair. Downsizing, family's getting bigger, job moves, like you said. There's always a factor why people need to buy and why they need to sell. So I think we're going to see that this year.
And I don't like to talk about sad things, but just let's hit this for one quick second. Deaths in family. Nobody ever wants to take on. I'll take that back. Some people would like to take on real estate in the family, but majority, we see probate. I
just showed one yesterday.
Yeah, you see it. You don't want
nailed it.
You don't want to take on another mortgage, right?
Right.
And this property is worth some value. Why don't we sell it?
Right. Yeah. Some properties, actually, it's a burden for the people that acquire these properties. They want nothing to do with it. They just want to get out of it. They want the headache gone, and they're back to their normal lives. So you're right.
There we go.
Can be a factor.
House fully paid off, but in the town of West Hartford, that tends to have higher taxes. I have almost
that's a burden.
I have a 1,200 square foot condo, and I'm paying $5,000 in taxes. Right.
Wow.
So just kind of put that in consideration. A house that has more square footage.
Yeah. That's like my 2-family in New Britain.
There you go. You see. So now thinking someone that doesn't have a real estate background, somebody passes in your family. Now you have to pay their taxes, their maintenance,
insurance. Right.
Got to sell it. Sell it. So that's some of the inventory that we're seeing in the market right now. Opportunity costs. Trying to time the market may cause buyers or sellers to miss out on an opportunity that could meet their needs. For instance, waiting for prices to drop might result in missing a property that fits buyers' criteria or selling at a lower price than anticipated.
Yeah. Same thing, right? We've talked about this, just hitting it on the head again. You can't wait. You just can't time the market. No one has a crystal ball. So.
Yeah, which that will lead us perfect into the psychological stress behind this market.
Yeah.
That's good, right? That's that psychological stress.
Scared me, dude. Psychological stress. Constantly monitoring market trends and waiting for the perfect time to enter or exit the market can lead to stress and anxiety. Real estate decisions should align with long-term goals rather than short-term market fluctuations. And I couldn't agree more. I think real estate is a long burn. It's a long wick. Long burn, not a short wick. When you get into it, most people, for the most part, the working class, that home that they purchase is their nest egg that helps for their retirement savings or for their kids' colleges. So when you get into it, you need to make a sound decision financially. Is this the right move? Location, price point, can we afford the mortgage before getting into it? And trying to time these trends is just going to add to that. Mm-hmm. So I think you just need to look at it from a standpoint of not interest rate, not timing the market. What's best for you at that time?
Yeah. And so I'm going to hit this as a home buyer standpoint for the stress in this market. One of the best things that we could advise is talk to a lender right away, because if you're not ready right now, at least the lender for free is literally going to break down your financials.
Yeah, I totally agree.
And with no judgment, nothing. They're there to help you. Again, for free.
For free.
And they're going to tell you, hey, this is what you need to do in order to get pre-approved for this amount that you're looking in, or this amount that you're looking in. Oh, you're looking for a $500,000 house? I think financially you'd be better off in this scenario.
Right.
And why doing that first is important is because when you dive into this market, you'll realize how quick it's moving. Yeah. And if you're prepared on your end and you see that house that you love and you can take action on it quick, brings your stress levels down
tremendously.
Rather than, hey, I want to go see this house. Okay, I saw the house. Oh, let me go talk to the lender. Now the lender's like, oh, I need this document. The house is gone. Yeah, gone.
The house is gone by then.
Gone. Yeah. Gone. And months. Let's talk about days on market. Houses on average are on the market for almost less than, during COVID it was less than a weekend, right?
Less than a weekend, right? Less than 48 hours, right?
Now it's about a week.
5 days. I was going to say 5 days.
So say 6.
Yeah, perfect.
About a week.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? And that's, think about
Central Connecticut. We're talking Hartford County specifically. It's like 5 days. If it's a nice house, 5 days, gone.
Yeah, there's obviously a lot of factors behind it. But it moves quick.
Yeah.
Moves quick. You got to be ready. Bring it. We're giving you these tools to bring your stress levels down and enjoy that house rather than.
Right.
Ever since I got this house, I've been totally stressed out.
Right.
That's terrible. Again, talk to your lender for free. Talk to us for free.
Right. It's free, free consulting. That's what we do. Yep. Same with lenders. And I couldn't tell you how many buyers I get that like say, "Oh, I haven't talked to a lender yet." Well, you probably should, because that's the first step in the right direction, I think.
I'm not going to lie though. I could see from a consumer standpoint, like it is intimidating to release your financials to somebody. I think two things, right? One, in the back of their mind, they're like, "Oh, I haven't been saving like I should be saving, or I haven't been investing like I should be. I don't have the money that." Well, and also judgment, right?
Yeah,
right. You work this job, but you only have this much money. It's like, listen, you gotta open up. I don't. What am I trying to say? Like, open up your gates of.
Yeah. Well, the other thing too,
Be vulnerable.
A little bit, but the other thing too that I think people are a little bit more scared of is they don't want that credit pull. But it's 2024. Nowadays, there's soft credit pulls. You could even tell lenders like, "Hey, listen, I don't want you to pull my credit at all. Just give me the financial breakdown of what a mortgage will look like as something I could afford." I don't think people understand that you don't have to always do a hard credit pull. I know Paul downstairs in our lending team, he tells our clients all the time, we could do a soft pull. It doesn't even show up on your credit report. Yeah. That's what you need to do.
And you can do a pre-qualification where I think the pre-qual, you don't even have to pull credit. So it's free to consult.
Right.
It doesn't cost you money to get the report done.
I think people are intimidated. I don't think they know. I don't think they have the right information maybe.
And that's why you're watching this, to learn.
That's
to
right.
learn, to learn.
That's right. So local variations, real estate markets can vary widely from one location to another. While the national or regional market might be experiencing certain trends, local factors can significantly influence the dynamics of specific areas. Do you have anything on that?
So, yeah, I mean, and I'll touch real quick on it. Real estate is a local, hyper-local thing, right?
Yeah.
We just mentioned we're strictly talking about Hartford County, right?
Right.
We can even talk about different parts of the states because it's so hyper-local, right?
Right.
What's happening literally just in the town of West Hartford could change what's happening down in the town of Trumbull, right? Like
even closer than that,
Yeah.
I'll bring up a point is New Britain. They are going through a development process where they're allowing home owners to either develop their properties or vacant land, or take properties that are been vacant and turn them into multifamilies for a economic development, and you get tax incentives. So every town has different specifications because every town has a governing body that wants to promote their town and advance their town. So we see that, just literally 10 minutes away from here in a different town.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. So, all right, everyone. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. You could find us at
Real Estate on all platforms.
and at Mike Treviso. And this is to live and buy in Connecticut. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for having me on, Mike.
You got it, man.